All right, everybody, welcome to episode number 60 in our TNA local to global run. Um, so Mick Foley is willing to come out of retirement. I believe I had to pay him money. Hold on. Uh, no, wrong spot. Ah, no, that's a roundabout way to get to where I want to go. Morale details. Oh no, I didn't have to pay him money. He was just generally very happy, so I asked him to come out of retirement, and he said, "Sure." I don't plan on him wrestling. Uh, but the idea is if you look at Austin, oh, wrong. I keep pulling up the wrong thing. Austin went from being about $20,000 less than what Dwayne Johnson got for merchandise to he makes 1.5 round up $1.5 million. So if Mick Foley does the same thing, that'll be worth its amount. You know, even if we use him as a commissioner role, we have to pay him 10,000 per shot instead of the two we were doing before. We should be making way more on his popularity and way more merchandise. So it should balance out. In fact, we should get more money for it because it's on a 50-50 deal. Now, if we could just get Rock to come out of retirement because he is not interested in doing that, we are sitting at a pretty decent state of things right now. I have been debating on whether or not I want to make a commercial network. I have a pay-per-view one, so that way I use In Demand and Centennial Communications for America and Puerto Rico, and then I have the TNA network, which is everywhere else, tiny scale, tiny size pay-per-view provider. But I still don't have access to anything showing on TV outside of America. I'm just not at that level yet. And even then, even I need to get a really high popularity outside of my area, which naturally isn't going to happen for a long time. So my idea was no, get off of that. My idea is I could get very small in all of these areas, including India. Nope, not tiny, very small. It would cost me $2.3 million, which I have. I have 4.4 in the bank. So I would still have over $2 million left over. It would cost me $15,000 to run it, and I would actually be getting ticking modifiers. And it should be going up. At one point, if you go back far enough, before I ended up getting going off of YouTube, I think in like 2005, 2006, so probably 20, 30 parts ago, I had actually gotten our size up to, I believe, 20, mid 20s for everywhere outside of America. And then once I went to, God, what was it? I ended up getting TV, and then I ended up losing all of the progress I had made for outside of America. And it's been a long slog to get it back into the mid-teens, and even then, I not everywhere's up to that point. So I think doing this would not only benefit me, it would do a very good thing for me. It would also do good for my developmental territories, get them more eyes and actually get more popularity for the people who are going to end up being brought up here. So I'm going to do this. I've talked myself into doing this. This could be a very I need to change the name. Whew. What am I gonna call the Impact TV? There we go. Do I have logos? Oh, there's a ton of logos. I don't think any of these are gonna be what I want. I'm going to steal somebody's logo and hope they don't sue me for gimmick infringement. Uh, Netflix? Does Netflix exist? Nah, I'll just go with Impact TV. I don't need a picture. So boom, that'll definitely. We won't be paying any taxes this month. I'll tell you that. Oh, big hit right there. But it should go pretty good because if we come over, uh, Jesus H Christ. Okay, hold on. if we come over to Impact TV, and now we can get hardcore TV, prime time, everything to us. And for TNA, oh god, I don't want to accidentally turn on the other one. Explosion, that's the one. Can I delete this? No. No, you can't. Okay, so it's TNA Explosion, not Impact. Which is weird because it's the opposite in real life. TNA Explosion. And we're going to see if this changes anything. Maybe we should make more money in broadcast revenue. I don't know how much more. That may end up paying for itself over the course of the next year, which if it does, sweet. If it doesn't, hopefully merchandise, because again, every time one of these things goes up, we get more money from merchandise, which will be great. Oh god. Yeah, some of these are very low. Canada and Mexico. Mexico is the higher of the two, I think. Well, debatable, but Mexico only has 6 regions. Canada has 7. 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. I brought that up. You died a little inside when I brought that up. Yeah, everything else is not even close to the double digits, which, ugh. All of my hard work from 30 parts ago, gone. And I didn't even realize it until it was too late. But I digress. I can actually also now go to child companies. Yeah, and with this they were getting that. But now I can go ahead and get all of them going here. That's the wrong one. Hold on. I'm gonna go figure all this out off screen, so give me a minute. Oh, you're just looking at Bruno Lars staring at you. That's kind of weird, but all right, fine. All right. Everybody has been all the child companies have been given their own stuff. Now, I had to go make TV shows for TNA Knockouts and TNA IWA because they didn't have a show. I guess IPW did. I don't know why they did, but like they did. So yeah, now all of my developmental guys should be on TV. They're not going to be on TV in America, but they'll be on TV in Europe, and that should do pretty good. Should make them a little bit more money over the course of time, but we'll see. I've actually got enough. I was wondering, not this one, this one, maybe increasing the amount of money for each one. Maybe not all of them, because that'd be what, 630, 890, 1450. That's 790. Yeah, so I might be able to do British Isles down, but might not be able to do Mexico and Canada. So I may wait on that, but that might be my next thing is to upgrade that. So that way should be making more money as time goes on. But this month is going to be one of the first inter-brand months. We have Lockdown, TNA versus ECW. It's going to be the Lethal Lockdown. It's going to be Team ECW, Team TNA. I'm not quite sure what the team that wins gets. Maybe you poach a talent from another side or something. That might be too early for that. I was thinking more along the lines of the winning team of this gets to do something at Slammiversary. Still not sure, but there's going to be like a prize. I don't know what the prize is yet, but we'll figure that out. So yeah, that's what's going on. I have a bunch of people I plan on bringing in here. A lot of them are retired, like Maurice. She's retired. I'll give her $20,000 to come out of retirement, and hopefully that works. Daphne, I don't think is in retirement. I actually think, yeah, she's coming over from somewhere else. I can't remember. I think it was the WWF. And I'm trying to bring in Tajiri, so we'll see how that's going to come in. Oh, that's right. Paul Heyman doesn't like Tajiri. I wonder if there's some real world shit for that, but we'll find out later. What I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go ahead and book ECW and TNA, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Well, it actually turns out there's something going on beforehand. Number one, uh, WWE hired Chris Jericho. I tried to see if we could get him. We weren't big enough. He had no interest in that. Ken Anderson is fighting two different people, Malice and this guy named Stanley Hernandez. I don't recall ever signing this guy. I did. I gave him a 2-year contract. Was it because he had good skills? Nope. I had good charisma, I guess. So decent. Decent charisma, not good. Decent. Great Sasuke is looking to might be leaving New Japan, so I went and offered him a contract. If you look at his stats, they're really good. Um, Perfect ECW guy. If I keep putting all these new guys, all these great wrestlers on ECW, I'm not gonna have that many on WW on TNA. So I might keep him. The big thing. Oh, house shows. House shows were on. What? Road Dog. Okay, so there's a couple things going on. I didn't even realize that. House shows were on. I don't. Okay, gonna turn those off. We didn't have 12 people to work them, so we may have more. It's been 2 days and we lost $16,000. Had to do some quick math there. A bunch of women got signed. I showed them just a little bit before. Where are they? Blue Nikita. Yeah, she's retired. But if I go over and ask, yep, she's coming out. So good. We have one new person. She didn't need to. Gail Kim is here. Io Shirai, Koru Hinata. Good technical. Uh, Good psychology. Where? I'm out of retirement. I don't think I have another run in me. Why do you not think you have another? Or is it because I haven't? Okay, so we're gonna try this. See if we can get this live on camera. Give you 10,000. You're very happy. You don't have another run in you. Huh. Okay. I may have to fire you. Doesn't count as mini. She's only 4'9"? Jesus. Okay. Well, I don't know why she's not gonna come out of retirement. Let's hope the rest don't do that. You got hired because you have a really good psychology and you have really good performance skills. And you're mainly a brawler, but hopefully you develop some other things. You're a goth. Your gimmick is your goth. Okay. Maurice is here. Will you? You don't have another run in you. I'll give you 10 grand. Hey, look, now you're very happy. Now you're gonna want to come out, right? Nope. Achieve fame. Okay. Why? Is it because you're never wrestles? If I yeah. On-screen personality. Okay, that's 2. The all right. Mina, this Norwegian worker. Uh, pretty average stats. Aerial psychology. Psychology is kind of low, but the idea was that new did not want to open that up. Was to put you in developmental. That was the idea for all of them. I don't have another run in me. You have a lot of stuff here. Uh, High flyer. Now come out of retirement. Nope. Do you want to? I'll give you money. Okay. All right. How about you come closer here? They moved. Now will you come out of retirement? No. Why will you not come out of retirement? Why? I thought I'd had it figured out. They had to be happy. They Like they don't have to be like dead physically. I guess there's a lot I still don't know. I thought that was gonna be it. So out of everybody I'm signing so far, only one has come out of retirement. Blue Nikita. Why did you come out of retirement and nobody else did? Because nobody else came out of retirement. She still lives in Greece. Oh, does that mean personality? No, because she's a professional. Okay. Still gotta figure that out. Okay. Your new contract. You went down? Okay. I'll go 80. I'll be kind. All right. So that we'll figure out if that's gonna go any better. But we're gonna throw them all down into the knockouts, and we'll revisit this later. Damn, I was thinking I was gonna get a great deal on a lot of these. You know, good wrestlers, throw them down into the knockouts for a little bit, shake up any of the ring rust they were gonna have because they haven't wrestled in a long time. Nope, that did not work. I don't know why. Why did it not work? Huh. I just I don't know why. All right. Uh, that should deal with it for now. Uh, so we got 1 of 4. That's not exactly a winning strategy. All right. I hired 3 new workers. This was the only one who was still retired. She's 18. Uh, so there should be no reason why she doesn't. I don't have another run in me. Why? Why? I give you the 10 grand. Why did that work for Austin and it worked for nobody else? Not even close to the caliber of Austin. That makes no sense. All right. Well, you're going down there anyway. So have fun. They'll figure something out. All right. Well, now it's time for ECW. So I will actually see you here in a minute. All right, here we are. ECW Hardcore TV held in front of a sold out crowd at the ECW Arena. We start off with a pre show match. James Storm beats Sanjay Dutt with a spinning crucifix toss, a 55, a pretty good match to start off. It deserved better commentary, and the color commentary was good. That's because I believe it's Paul Heyman on color commentary and Mike Tenay on commentary, so or play by play. So it's weird that it needs better. We then follow that up with another pre-show match. It is the debut of Too Cool. Um, Scott Taylor just, oh my God, Finn Balor. Okay, so Finn Balor just broke his neck. Why does everyone get hurt? All right. Uh, so Too Cool, after Finn Balor breaks his neck, end up beating Silas Young, Samoa Joe, and Perry Saturn in just over 12 minutes. It got a 57, and Finn Balor is going to be gone for a while. We start off the show. Brock Lesnar arrives at the arena. Shane Douglas, challenges him to a match for the world title at Lockdown. He's kind of berating him verbally. The security's keeping them apart, whatnot. Brock Lesnar is very poor when trying to improvise dialogue, so Shane Douglas kind of hands him his ass verbally, which makes Lesnar want to beat him up, like physically kick his ass. That doesn't happen. We move on to an interview in the back. Aaron O'Grady, former Crash Holly, and Cody Rhodes out here. Cody Rhodes didn't get any buff. Crash Holly looked good and struggled. I don't know how you look good and struggle at the same time, but I guess you can do that. We then have Maven versus Stevie Richards. Why is everyone getting hurt? He had a whiplash neck strain. Okay. Stevie Richards beats Maven and enters himself on the pin, I guess. I don't know. A 53. We then follow that up with Chris Candido and Abyss teaming up to take on Aaron O'Grady and Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes makes Abyss tap out. One of the first victories for the son of Dusty Rhodes. We then follow that up. Abyss and Candido is not happy with Abyss. Abyss gives him the Black Hole Slam. We have a women's match. Kana beating Christina Von Eerie by submission, a 55. We then follow it up with a promo by Chono saying, "Oh, that maggot Shane Douglas doesn't deserve a title shot. I deserve a title shot. I'm the big bad guy here. I'm going to be the one to kick Brock Lesnar's ass." Well, then we go to the main event, which is okay. This is okay. I'm happy with how this went. That's a 63. That could have been so much worse. Shane Douglas beats Jushin Thunder Liger by pinfall, a 63. They have good chemistry. That's all I needed to see on that one. And as Shane Douglas is celebrating in the ring, in comes Ken Shamrock making his ECW debut, and he proceeds to beat the shit out of Shane Douglas. And it's like, okay, well, we know who's going to be pretty involved in a potential match against Brock Lesnar. We end off the show with a 66. Fans were disappointed that storylines were not furthered. I don't know what you mean. Injury review. Oh, Finn Balor's out for over a year. Why is everyone breaking their neck? Why? He's like the third guy to have some kind of spinal injury in my company. And nobody botched a move. He just did that. He just broke his neck. Financial report, we made 20 grand. I'm happy about that. We lost a bip in the southeast. We gained just about everywhere else. And the northeast, or the northwest and Puerto Rico went up by 1. Okay, that could have been worse. It could have been better, but it could have been I don't actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't know if it could have been worse. Finn Balor is gone for a year. I had plans for him. It was going to be slow burn, but I had plans, and now I have to wait a year. Great. Wonderful. All right, here we are. TNA Explosion number 108. Held in front of 4,600 people at the Viking Hall of Bristol. Oh, that's right. I raised ticket prices. That's why that went down. I forgot. Yeah, it was very cheap for a while. I turned it up cheap. Forgot to mention that. I forgot I did that until right now. Yeah, so we'll see if that affects anything. I might go back. Because that is a low number. We start off the night, Motor City Machine Guns versus the Naturals, part of the tag team title tournament. And they had a 46, a decent match to start off. And the Motor City Machine Guns come out and they win this match. They take advantage of the fact that Chase Stevens has a hurt shoulder, and they're able to beat the former TNA Tag Team Champions. And they gain a couple points, 2 points in the round robin tournament that we got going on. So pretty good for them. We also give them some TV time. And God, they did somewhat well. With all of that green, it's only a 50, but that's fine. Should be fine. As long as, we keep rising up, and that's not exactly how I wanted that to go. MVP beats Kota Ibushi in less than 12 minutes. Defends his title, the United States title. Pretty meh thing across the board. We then follow it up. MVP gets on the mic, and he does really good. Very good promo. Putting himself over. We then follow that up with another tag team tournament match. Violent Conduct, Monty Brown and Sonny Siaki taking on Michael Shane and John Layfield. And again, another match. Oh God. Main event, please do good. The main event is Shawn Michaels and CM Punk. So it should do good. But if last episode was any indication, They come out. They have another one again. They did pretty good. Another an okay promo. We then follow that up with the women's match. God, I probably didn't need to calm the crowd. They were already kind of and this match is pretty as well. A 40. We have Austin coming in. He's not working tonight, but Punk is, and Austin's like, I hope kid, I hope you beat Shawn Michaels. Because I can't stand the prick or whatever the hell he's gonna say. They go out, please, dear God, let it be in the 70s. It's a 63. Okay, now I don't know. I thought I figured it out last time that the crowd was too hot. Nope, it's a 63. All right. Okay, we got a 64. Maybe Sinclair's not going to be pissed at me. We made $63,000. And we gained a couple bips and a couple spots. Oh, Sinclair's going to be pissed. Oh. Why? Why? That match should have been way better. I'm hurting. My soul. I didn't realize AJ Lee had a 95 in charisma. I should use that more. Who's pissed? It's Daphne. No. That man's pissed. Yeah, we're not getting BG James. Yeah, that's not happening. Originally, I was the only person who was offering him anything, so I was like, cool, I'll just get him on a per-show contract. Nothing new, nothing different. Okay, I gotta manually click each one. WCW is offering him $103,000 a month. So yeah, we're not competing for that. Especially, I think he's only worth like 80. So I definitely digress. Broadcast revenue. In 2 shows, 35,000. So times that by 4 should be about $140,000. That's actually not that bad. Should be an increase of about 50,000. I'll need to. That'd be 600,000 a year. So 4 years, I'll make back my investment. That's not a very good investment. Don't do that in real life. Don't do that. But we'll see. Hopefully the more popularity we get, the easier that'll go. It's gonna take a while, but I digress. Merchandise, Austin's already at over $250,000. Mick Foley's already made half of what he did in the entirety of last month in 5 days. That's pretty good. God, why is that? When the algorithm is causing my main event to suck? I don't know why, but it is. I'll complain about that to myself in the ether. I'm gonna go ahead and book the next show. Hello, welcome to ECW Hardcore TV. This time I decided to move away from the arena, mainly the ECW arena, to Terminal 5 in New York. Specifically because we could get another 1,000 people in the door. So yeah, I'll do that, especially when we're charging more for tickets. The show starts off with a ECW World TV title match. Takashi Iizuka takes on Silas Young and beats him, getting a 63 segment rating. Pretty good. We then follow that up the debut of Too Cool taking on the Afternoon Express, and Too Cool actually end up getting the win here in just under 14 minutes, a 48 segment rating. Okay, why was that a bad match? Oh, Jesus. Low locker room morale. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. Trying to pay everybody a ton of money. We have a Brock Lesnar Jim Cornette segment. Cornette puts over Lesnar, saying, he's not afraid of Ken Shamrock or Chono or Douglas. He is the beast, he's the man, so on and so forth. We then have Stevie Richards taking on Aaron O'Grady, and Aaron O'Grady wins with a corner run bulldog, gets a 62 segment rating. Should have been higher if you look at the wrestling rating and the crowd rating, but all right, fine. We have they have great chemistry. Yes, Hikaru Shida taking on Sarah Del Rey, and Hikaru Shida wins in just under 10.5 minutes, a 53-second rating, and it brought the crowd down a little bit. We have a bit of a dueling promo. Douglas comes out. He, talks shit about Ken Shamrock. Shamrock comes out, says a one-liner. The match begins. A 63. And Ken Shamrock wins. Right after the match, Chono attacks Shamrock in the ring. Shamrock and Chono are going at it. Lesnar comes down and tries to and takes out both guys. They both get up and they start trying to fight. Lesnar and the security rushes into the ring, separates all three of them. That's the end of the show. 64 made $47,000, and our Southeast and Mid South went down one. Ha ha ha! That's not what I wanted to see. Something's gotta. Is it really just people are not happy in the locker room, and that's doing all of the damage? Like, Jesus Christ. Am I really gonna have to go through each individual guy and give him like $10,000? BG James got hired by WCW for a whopping $103,000 a month. 366,000 people watched ECW, so that's pretty good, all things considered. And then TNA Explosions right up next. We're at about $650,000 in merch. Yeah, Foley's already at 103,000. He was at 99. He's pretty practically 100,000 all the last month. So he should be up there with The Rock in terms of how much money he's gonna make just from merchandise. I may knock it back down to very cheap. Just get more people in the door. Instead of getting let's see. Right now at cheap, we're getting somewhere. We're at like 65 in the Southeast. So a TV show ticket's $14, but and then of course I think we make like $12 per person. So if one guy comes in, buys a ticket for 14, he'll buy $12 worth of merch. That's $26 per person, and then very cheap, it'd be $24 per person. But you should get significant. You should get like 1,000 more people in there. So I guess I'll go back to very cheap because it should be in the long run more beneficial. Hey, we're ranked 6th in the world. That's pretty good. All right, here we are. TNA Explosion number 109, held in front of a sold-out Tiger Arena crowd. We start off the night. Shawn Michaels arrives. He will take on AJ Styles as part of the losers bracket in the Double Elimination World Heavyweight Title Tournament. The winner of that match will take on the loser of Austin versus Vampiro, which will actually happen beforehand next week. And then at the pay-per-view, it will be at least one match between the two. The winner of Austin and Vampiro versus the winner of the losers bracket. If the winner of the losers bracket beats the winner of the winners bracket, they go to grand finals, and then winner take all for the title. Shawn Michaels has arrived. He's putting himself over. It's like, I lost to Austin, but we'll get to the pay-per-view and I'll beat him twice, and I'll come out with the world title. While he's in the back, we hear Matt Morgan and Mark Jindrak in an argument. Morgan says, "I'm out. I'm not teaming with you. Go out there and get beat up yourself." So what ends up happening? Oh, I better go make sure that that is there. Is that even a thing? Like advance in a tournament? Or do I have to manually go in there and remove a guy? Remove him. He's not in yet. Oh yeah, then they just straight up can't. Yeah, they just straight up can't. Okay. Well, Mark Jindrak is out, but he still has a match against the Naturals, so the Naturals get an automatic victory here, and they go out there and they beat him up a little bit. In 13 minutes, Mark Jindrak has a decent showing in this match, but he gets beat by the Naturals, a 50-second rating for our first match. We then follow it up. Promo by AJ Styles. He's taking on Shawn Michaels in the main event. He wants to win the title just as much as Shawn Michaels does. We then move on to a very good match. Vampiro being the guy again, getting a good reaction here. A 71. That's a lot better. I did go through and I did the one thing that I could do. I guess I could get better commentary and maybe the face heel thing, but that's just the way the tournament ends up working out. Uh, I went and made everybody in the backstage happy, so the backstage morale is way better. We'll see if that has any marked impact into how things work here. Second rating of a 71. That is one of the best matches of the night so far. We then follow that up with uh, Gail Kim and Io Shirai making their debut here as part of the TNA Knockout Tournament. 58-55 in-ring performance, a pretty good wrestling match. The crowd wasn't really into it. A 44 segment rating. That's partially on me. I picked the wrong thing. I think I meant to hit calm the crowd, and I think it hit lift or work. Oh, designed to work the crowd, so I hit work the crowd by accident. We then follow that up. Austin Michaels having a face down in the back. Uh, Essentially, Steve's in the winner's bracket. He's guaranteed a shot at the title. He can just sit back and relax at this point. Michaels, and him going to a back and forth. Michael saying things like, I'll see you at the pay-per-view, so on and so forth. We then have the main event. Oh, thank God it's 70. We have the main event, Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles. AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm, gets super kicked, Shelton Benjamin style. 1, 2, 3, Shawn Michaels wins. After the match, Shawn Michaels is celebrating. Austin comes down, and they get into a brawl to end the night. That is an 85-73. All right. There we go. That's good. Das is good. $86,000. We made 70 grand in tickets and 54,000 in merchandise. The 54,000 and the broadcast revenue actually got $24,000. Hell yeah. That's pretty damn good. Popularity. We got our popularity back in the Mid-South and the Southeast, and we got more popularity in the Northwest, Mid-Atlantic, and the Midwest. And bips everywhere else, except Hawaii. Hawaii is going to be like my kryptonite. I can't get there. No matter what I try, it's just not, it ain't going to happen. Because I don't think there's a purely Hawaii-based broadcasting team, or like a broadcaster that has coverage there. Anything else I choose is going to have problems. Oh, Terry Runnels. You're a wrestler. There's no way Terry was a 70-70 in aerial stuff. 69 popularity. Nice. How much do you want to ask for? 52,000. And she's attending the WWE Performance Center. I'm not too interested in that. No, I'm also not interested in Disco Inferno. What's going on here? Joel Gertner's here. Scott Steiner's here. Ken Anderson had a bruised kidney. People are getting hurt. 592,000 people watch the show. Yeah, I spent like $600,000 to make everybody happy, and even then, Rudy Charles. Oh, okay, well that was simple. I just gave him $1,000. Is Matt Sydal going to be that simple? Yes. Okay, good. A lot of gimmicks preparing the debut. Austin is still. Tennille. There we go. All right, everyone's happy again. Can't let that go bad. Joel Gertner. Let's look at our announcers. Oh, Okay, so for Anarchy Rules, we just had Don West and Mike Tenay doing it. Okay. For the TNA brand, these are our guys. For the ECW brand, these are our guys. I'm going to replace Jim with Joel Gertner. I feel. Oh, there's no play-by-play guy though. Okay, Mike Tenay is more of just like an all-around guy. Do I have? I have Jim Ross. He's the only guy here. Happy Mike Tenay. Uh, I don't think there's another guy with Tony Schiavone. However, I believe Tony Schiavone is on the TNA brand. Yeah, this is the TNA lineup. Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Don West, which I think would actually be really cool. I think that'd be a killer lineup. And then you have the cursed lineup: Mike Tenay, Paul Heyman, and Jim Cornette. I would imagine it would just be arguments between Paul and Jim, and Mike in the middle, just like, I miss Bobby. Bobby Heenan would just roast me, and then we would move on. I'm gonna replace him with Joel Gertner. That is a marked decline. Maybe I won't. Oh, we just had Paul Heyman doing that. Okay, that we'll put Joel Gertner here on the weekly show. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Jim Ross. That's wrong, Jim. There we go. All right, everything should be pretty good there. All right, fix that. I didn't realize that was a problem. Yeah, this is not going to be a good month financially. Speaking of not having good months financially, how is UPW doing? They extended their broadcast deal, and they're losing $200,000 a month so far this month. Hopefully that gets worse. Okay, so we have two more shows before lockdown, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go book those. When we're done, it'll be a pretty quick 1, 2, 3. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, here we are with ECW Hardcore TV, another sold out crowd, 3,000 people in Terminal 5 in New York. Sabu takes on Hayabusa. It is Sabu's debut here in ECW. It's also Joel Gertner's debut on the, or I guess, debut in the new ECW. They're returning to ECW. Joel Gertner making his debut at the announce table. Sabu and Hayabusa, which I feel like this would be both of them at their prime, would have been a hell of a match. A 60 segment rating, so pretty good. This is one of the few times where the two numbers, 56 for the match, 48 for the crowd, is easily supplanted by the segment rating of 60. We follow that up. Masahiro Chono comes out here, beats a job guy. Another instance of the two ratings being significantly, well, I guess the other one wasn't significantly, it was 4 points higher. This one is 11 points higher. Chono just killed this kid. We then follow that up. The women are doing good. All right. Segment rating of a 65. Kana wins the TNA Knockouts title. Finally getting the belt put on her. However, there is something to note right after the match is over. It is confirmed at the pay-per-view there's going to be a double elimination gauntlet match for the Knockouts title. Essentially, kind of, if you remember the first, in real life, the first X Division match, I believe it was Psychosis, Jerry Lynn, AJ Styles, and oh, it's gonna annoy me. I can't remember who the fourth man in that match was. But yeah, that match style, all four guys being out there, everyone's gonna run through it. Last person standing wins. You know, you have to lose twice. That's the match that it's gonna be. A 65. Kana is doing great. Kana has a new gimmick, her evolution gimmick. She's the next big thing in wrestling. It got it great. Sarah Del Rey debuted her Lone Wolf gimmick. Got adequate. I guess. Ooh. Gives a small boost to charisma during matches and angles. That'll always be nice. And Sarah Del Rey. Losses do not damage popularity as much as normal. Okay, I'll take both of those. A 65, that's the best match of the night so far. Chono cuts a promo, wants a shot at the world heavyweight title. Uh, big jobber match again. Another 66. Uh, Jushin Liger teams with Too Cool, taking on Steve Richards, Samoa Jones, Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas beats Jushin Liger, a 66. The worst performer was Liger. We have a tag team promo with Crash Holly and Maven. We have a dueling promo with their opponents tonight, Chris Candido and Perry Saturn. Did not do as well. Their tag team match does pretty good, despite the fact Perry Saturn and Chris Candido do not work well as a team. Okay, so that means it would have been better. Your winner here is still going to be Chris Candido and Perry Saturn. Jesus, Crash Holly had an 83 in-ring performance. Sweet Lord. 69, that's the best match of the night so far. In the main event, Ken Shamrock will take on Cody Rhodes and gets a 71. Okay, cool, wonderful. Everything I've ever wanted and more. Following this, Dwayne Johnson comes out with Ken Shamrock still in the ring, and he announced that at the pay-per-view it will be Brock Lesnar versus Ken Shamrock for the World Heavyweight title. Masahiro Chono was pissed, but that is going to be the end of the show. That's a 72. We will take that. We made $41,000. Great Lakes went up by 1. Everywhere else just kind of has a bip. Put your tongue away, John Silver. We don't have time for that. You may have a 77 charisma, but that does not mean I want to see your tongue. Put that shit back. His stats actually aren't that bad. The psychology is pretty middling. Everything was pretty middling. Oh, Jesus. Alright, yeah, so the Big Show is available. He ain't coming here. He's not interested. Tiger Mask. Who is Tiger Mask for? What's your actual name? Doesn't have an actual name. Cool. Live in the gimmick, brother. Sasuke? Did I not just sign Sasuke? Oh, it wasn't an exclusive written. It was just written, and I can't. Oh. Okay, well. I guess I'm not gonna have the Great Sasuke. Well, luckily I don't give out, what's the word? I don't give out any signing bonuses. Thank God I don't do that. Almost 400,000 people for Hardcore TV. Anything else here? Nope. None that I can see. So we're going to go ahead and go book TNA. So I'll be right back with you. All right. TNA Explosion number 110 held in front of 4,843 people at the Viking Hall of Bristol. Shawn Michaels and Austin start off the show. Segment rating of an 85. Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone are officially debuting. They haven't been on any promotion yet. But match deserves better color commentary. I believe that. As much as I like Don West, I can acknowledge that he was not the best at color commentary. He was, in my mind, he was the more entertaining one. But, better, probably Bobby Heenan. Definitely Bobby Heenan. Definitely Paul Heyman. I don't know if I'd prefer Jerry Lawler over Don West, but there's my there's my ranking. 85 for the segment, getting into a little bit of a chin wag in the back at the start of the show. Follow that up with tag team tournament action, a segment rating of a 52. Motor City Machine Guns take on Violent Conduct. Monty Brown hits Alex Shelley with a powerbomb and wins. Violent Conduct gets another set of points. Why is Mio Shirai here? What? 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 She's managing somebody. I don't know who. Who is Mio Sure? I didn't have her booked for anything, so I don't know why she's here. Question mark. Thrill Seeker gimmick sells more merchandise than normal. Small penalty to psychology. Small damage. Small penalty to charisma. Money. We have an AJ Lee or AJ Mendez segment rating angle. One of her, I think this might be her first actual like set of promo time. She debuted her gimmick. It got a poor rating. Gives a large boost to psychology. Gives a large penalty to microphone. Gives a large boost to menace. Oh, this actually wins and losses have a greater impact on momentum than normal. Okay, so I can work with some of this. We can't have microphone be the thing. We're gonna have to do menace with her. Weird, but all right, we can make that work. We have MVP taking on Evan Courageous. MVP defends his United States title, a segment rating of 61. Uh, Montel, he had a 91 promo after that, putting himself over. Jesus Christ. Uh, There we go. Another tag team tournament match. The Naturals taking on Michael Shane and John Layfield. Layfield almost kills Andy Douglas with a clothesline from hell. A 55 and a win for Michael Shane and John Layfield. We then follow that up with a promo with the two of them. Slowly coming together as a tag team. We then follow that up with the women's match for the knockout tournament. Tennille Dashwood takes on AJ Mendez, and Tennille Dashwood wins. Got a gimmick of a tomboy, very good. I don't know if that's her gimmick in real life. I don't know. I wanted to use something with swagger. Mick Foley cuts a promo, an 86 segment rating. And for some ungodly reason, this got a 70. I'm having the opposite problem. Last episode, it was, man, these matches are really good. Why is the segment rating not good? The other one, it's like easily worse. Was it really just the backstage morale that was causing all of those problems? I find it hard to believe, but it worked. $600,000 to fix that, and I guess it worked. Somehow Vampiro outperformed Shawn Michaels in the ring. Shawn Michaels does get the win, so we're gonna go into the pay-per-view. Austin versus Michaels. If Michaels wins that match, they have another match, grand finals. The winner of that wins the title. If Austin wins the first match, then it's over. Another 72. Financial report: we made $64,000. And we got a couple of bips: Southwest, Tri-State, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Pretty good. You look like you have a really small head. You have a 42 in color commentary. I really have nothing else to say about that. Anything WCW, looking at Paul White. Going back to WCW, Paul? You see, this is one of the things where it's like, I would love to see how much money is being offered. But I can't tell. No. Okay. WCW's coming for Mick Foley. Well, now I'm gonna have to give him a big contract. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. He's $164,000. Okay, that's the downside right there. I only had him on a handshake deal. I thought I had him on way more than that. Okay. What are they offering him? They're offering $152,000. 20,000 bonus per show. Not per event, per show? Oh, that's both event and TV. I'm not. Nope. Well, Mick Foley, you're gonna job to somebody. I don't know who you're gonna lose to. I am definitely going to have you start losing because mm I'm not competing with that. Holy Christ! $152,000. Are you high? All right. God, let this pay-per-view be good. Oh, we're actually doing very good on the broadcast revenue. We'll see how good the merchandise goes, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to book Lockdown, and I'll be back in just a minute. All right, here we are at TNA versus ECW Lockdown 2009, held in front of the almost sold out Thompson Bowling Arena. We start with the second, or potentially the second to last match of the TNA Tag Team Tournament. There's only 2 matches left in the tournament, this being one of them, Michael Shane and John Layfield versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Both teams are at 4 points apiece, and they have to win to even have a shot at the titles. They come in together. John Layfield kills Alex Shelley with the clothesline from hell. 1, 2, 3. Michael Shane and John Layfield now have 6 points. However, that just ties them with the team that's currently leading, Violent Conduct, Monty Brown, and Sonny Siaki. This next match, which takes place during the event, if because the other one was on the pre-show because it didn't matter who won it, this is the one that mattered. If Violent Conduct loses this match... Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, did the matches get flipped? The matches got flipped. Oh, okay. So we're just going to have to do this real quick. So what it was supposed to happen was Violent Conduct and the Naturals faced each other, and the Naturals beat the Violent Conduct in a quick flash roll up, 1, 2, 3. Then they were supposed to go and wrestle Michael Shane and John Layfield, and Violent Conduct was going to win regardless. So weird, spooky thing. The tournament says that it's a tie, but it wasn't. It's supposed to be a tie. That sucks. Sonny Siaki, Monty Brown are your tag team champions for TNA. We then followed up. Mick Foley's going away. He can no longer be the commissioner. Abyss challenges him to a match. They come out. They have the match. And Mick Foley was super rusty. Didn't matter. Black hole slam. Abyss wins, beating Mick Foley. A 61 segment rating. Team ECW, Kevin Steen, Bossy Returnos, Samoa Joe, and Shane Douglas get together. They have a big team promo, although some elements of the team don't like each other, Chono to Douglas specifically. We follow that up with a damn good ECW World Television title. Takashi Iizuka beats Aaron O'Grady in a 73 segment rating. Hell yes. The creative finish was a success, yet somehow still kind of lackluster. We follow that up. Team TNA, AJ Styles, Bob Holly, Chris Harris, and CM Punk have a promo. Is worse than the ECW ones. We follow that up with the ECW Tag Team Champions, and holy Christ, that's a 75. No clue why that was that high. Culture Club issues an open challenge. Out comes one half of A&W, and out comes one of the members of Team Canada, James Storm and Bobby Roode, respectively. They go down, and their chemistry is off the charts. They defeat the reigning ECW World Tag Team Champions and win the titles. 75. We follow that up. Promo between Brock Lesnar and Ken Shamrock for their upcoming match. Highlighting Ken Shamrock's UFC career. Legitimate badass. And then you have Brock Lesnar, freak of nature, legitimate wrestling champion. They go into a match. Yes! 79. Ken Shamrock beats Brock Lesnar with the ankle lock. Ken Shamrock is your new ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Holy shit, that went very well. 79. We then follow that up. Austin and Michaels, their big history. Can't use any of the footage because we get sued to high heaven. But easily they can talk about it. We use some of the clips from their previous match during the tournament, sit down interviews and whatnot. But that is going to be a 92. God, please. 73. I can live with that one. A 73. Austin beats Shawn Michaels in the first match. There will not be a second match. Austin is your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Technically, it's his first defense? Question mark. 73 segment rating. Now we're gonna go into the lull match. Because the main event's the Lethal Lockdown. The women's ECW title is gonna be kind of make a buffer here. Kana cuts a promo, does very well, a 73. We follow that up, a 66. I will gladly take that. Kana wins the ECW women's title because I realized she'd won the knockouts and that I hadn't split them up for the brands. Hadn't thought of that. So Kana wins the real title this time. The other one was a fake. It was a gimmick belt. But yeah, 66. Kana had the best performance. Shida had the second. So that's very good. We then follow that up. Johnson, the Rock, Jarrett, Heyman have a bit of a promo backstage before we have the Lethal Lockdown match. Please, for the love of God, 71. I can live with that. Chris Harris was the weakest link. He had a 51. Everybody else was significantly higher. ECW wins this. Kevin Steen pins Chris Harris after hitting him with a 450 splash. ECW wins the Lethal Lockdown. That is a 79. Yes. Okay. Ooh, okay, we needed a show like that. Address the locker room. Brocky Brock, because he's mad he lost to Ken Shamrock. Let's make Austin happy. And Sean. Sean would have been pissed. Would have been upset that he lost. But Austin was like, "I'll kick the shit out of you." Financial $1.2 million. Hell yeah, popularity. Everything in America went up. I don't know if this has ever happened. That's new. Everything in Japan went up. Everything in India went up, and a couple of other spots around the world. Media scrum. Lance Cade was not used. Bobby Roode and James Storm. I have a lot of faith in them. You hired Melanie Gray. How do you see her fitting in? There are no free rides in TNA. The response went down well. Vampire didn't appear. Just giving him a break. Shona was off his game tonight. Everyone has rough times. New signing. Where no free rides. Everyone liked it. All right, cool. We're good. That show went very well. I don't know why. 79. I was hoping for 75. I'm not gonna lie. Anything higher than that is an added bonus. Oh, we went head to head with No Way Out. And No Way Out got a 93. Yeah. We did sell more tickets than they did. And I say as they had a pay-per-view buy rate of 4 million. I don't think we came even close to that. Oh, okay, we kind of came close to that. Almost 880 million people. 880 million. 880,000. If it was 880 million, I'd be pretty damn cool. Wait, what? Austin will be loaned out for a one-off match. Oh, okay, that might be the first. Yeah, Austin's going to the developmental territory for one quick match. Yeah, God, that was a damn good pay-per-view. That's we didn't make as much money as we did in November or October, but that's still better than the last 2 months. Merchandise has a good shot at being better than the previous month. Broadcast revenue is doing pretty good. Ticket sales are doing pretty good. We'll just have to see how things go. We've got 2 more shows before the end of the month. I'm going to go book them real quick, and I'll be right back with you. All right, here we are at ECW Hardcore TV in a pre-show match. Christina Von Eerie takes on Sarah Del Rey and loses to her. after getting hit with a double underhook suplex, a segment rating of 52. Not bad. Silas Young and Sanjay Dutt put on a banger in the pre-show, a 65, and Silas Young makes Sanjay Dutt tap out. To what move? I'll leave that up to your imagination. Now, here we are. The opening match is Cody Rhodes and Too Cool taking on Sabu and Beer Money, and Scotty 2 Hotty pins Sabu after hitting him with the worm. Interesting. We follow that up. Brock Lesnar comes out. This jobber comes out. He's like, oh, he's gonna go take on somebody, and Brock Lesnar comes out and just kills him. 63, not bad. We follow that up. Perry Saturn and Abyss have excellent chemistry teaming with each other, and they take on Jushin Liger and Maven. And Perry Saturn and Abyss win. Abyss coming off his pay-per-view match against Mick Foley that he won. We have a promo with Paul Heyman that is apparently only a 71. We have an interview with Aaron O'Grady talking about his match with Takashi Iizuka from the pay-per-view, plugging pay-per-view like go buy it. And he's also talking about his upcoming match with Shane Douglas in the main event. We go to the back. Abyss and Perry Saturn are talking, and James Mitchell is there. Saturn and Abyss appear to have a pretty good rapport with each other. Lesnar's in the back. Cornette's trying to calm him down, but Lesnar immediately is like, Shamrock, I want you in like an Iron Man match. I want you, I want to kill you, things of that nature. We then have the main event. It is Shane Douglas taking on Aaron O'Grady, and the match is not good. Low experience for the commentary team. Yeah, I did just change that. So that is on me. But then we have Dwayne Johnson come out, and he was like, well, Brock Lesnar's going to be suspended for 2 weeks for coming on TV and saying that he wants to murder a man. And that ends the show with a 73. All right, cool. Financial report, a $55,000 show. Tri-State went up by 1. Everything else just got a little bit of a boost. Hi, Super Kahlo. How do you breathe with that covering your nose? I'm sure it's super simple. I'm sure there's holes. Or maybe there's not, brother. I don't know. All right, and now we got TNA to book, and that'll get us to the end. Cyrus gone from BCW. He walked out. Well, I'm not too surprised. Why is he asking for 33 grand? He does not have the stats to back that up. Okay, maybe he has the performance stats to back it up, but he doesn't have popularity to back it up. Interesting. Big Show staying with the WWE. There was a bit of a Brian Kendrick thing I was trying to go for, but yeah. Who offered the most? Was it WCW? Oh no, CMLL offered $148,000. So I was gonna do that. Hey, Abyss gave me an opinion. Silas Young is pretty good in the ring. You should push him. Cool. Cool indeed. I will take that under consideration. All right, here we are with the final show of the month of February, held in front of the almost sold out Viking Hall of Bristol. 5,911 people. We start off the night with a Mick Foley promo where he's saying, I'm gonna go away now. Thank you for everything. But before I go, I want to there are some things I want to do before I go. And that's when it's announced that the main event of tonight is going to be Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley. We follow that up with Vampiro beating Jimmy Rave in 7.5 minutes, a 64 segment rating. Following that up, Jeff Jarrett and Steve Austin have a bit of a talk, because now it's like, okay, well, we just lost our impartial mediator, so now we don't really have one anymore. We follow that up with TNA United States title, MVP versus Chris Hero versus Miro, who debuts at this point, a segment rating of a 58. That was actually pretty. That was a halfway decent match. Styles comes out, is in the back. He's cutting a promo, putting himself over. Io Shirai and Tenille Dashwood go out there and they have a tournament match. Tenille Dashwood is undefeated in the tournament matches so far. She's 4-0. Segment rating of a 56. So far, the women's matches have always overperformed. Compared wrestling rating, crowd rating put together, segment rating's always been better. Shawn Michaels cuts a promo saying he can't wait to old Yeller Mick Foley. Austin comes out. He's going to have a quick little match with Kota Ibushi, a 70 segment rating, and he just kicks the shit out of him for 5.5 minutes. CM Punk has a promo. He's angry. It feels like he's been left in the lurch, discarded for these legends, and wants. It feels like his destiny is being taken from him. We then follow that up with a match that should have been way better, but Mick Foley's still rusty. And it's still a 71, so I'll take that. 93,500 people. Hell yes. Southwest went up by 1. All of England went up. Some of Mexico went up. And a couple places in Canada. Hell yes, we will take that. La Rosa Negra. That is a Puerto Rican wrestler. Works in U.S., Japan, and Mexico. But that is a face. Hi, Bull Buchanan. It's good to see you. Okay, we've got some opinions here. 608,000 people. Paul White's going back. Io Shirai talks well. Give her promo time and crowds will react, says Mick Foley. Okay, so he's giving us some words of wisdom before he comes back. Juice Robinson broke his fucking leg. Cool. Nice to see. Sean Spears' contract is ending. Roger Strong's contract is ending. And Johnny Gargano is... Oh, no, his contract's not ending, but he's got problems. All right, Roderick. How is your stuff looking? You're slowly coming up. I'm going to give you a 10-year contract. Okay, never mind. I'll give you a 5-year contract, which won't be much different than what you already were probably going to get from me. John Spears, is he getting better? He is. Oh, God. This time last year, he was not very popular. He is much, much more popular right now. That's good. That is very good. Exclusive written. Let's see. I think Roderick Strong was not exclusive. Oh no, he was. Okay, that's good. All right, that is everything so far. We've only got a couple of days until the end of February, but I will just sim those and I'll meet back up with you in just a little bit. All right, we've reached the end of the month, and apparently some stuff happened. Spanky staying with the WWE, and IWA just got fined 5,000, half a million, a million, one and a half, two and a half, 2.5 million, and they may lose even more. That is a ton. Holy Christ. Yeah, holy Lord. That's one of those things where it's like, yeah, these guys have they're not losing a lot of money. They somehow had a ton of money, and they've just been slowly losing it over time. That's where you got to lose a big chunk of it. Holy Christ! And they could lose even more. There's still two things here that they could lose another $1 million. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. I see. Oh, that's XPW. I thought that was UPW. How's UPW doing after everything I've done? They lost $500,000. That's what I want to see. They're almost going to be down to under $1 million. My long-term booking is paying off. 1.7 million. Holy Christ. Our basic pay is going up exponentially. That that's not surprising, but $800,000 of that came from bonus and perks, which would knock that down to about $900,000. Let's round up, and I paid $2.3 million. This would have been $1 million in revenue. We almost made $2 million in merch. We made more money in sponsors. We almost doubled our broadcast revenue. We actually went down in ticket sales, but we gained $150,000 in pay-per-view revenue. So that could still be going pretty well, all things considered. Aaron Stevens' contract is ending. How are you coming along? You're coming along well. That is good. Let's give you a 5-year contract. Because you're probably gonna ask, or probably gonna be worth it. I changed it, did I not? I guess I must not have hit the set to demand button. Anything else? Tetsuya Naito relocates to Tri-State. Sheamus, it is in fact that Sheamus. He's relocated to the Tri-State and a couple developmental requests that I will ignore because I don't deal with that. So, financials, I think, look really good. There were $3.1 million, just some quick math right there, that were in expenditures that are probably not going to happen again. I'm probably not going to spend $800,000 to keep people happy, and I'm probably not going to be spending $2 million in broadcasting stuff. I could, if I were to go to my investments and go to upgrade broadcaster and I went to Impact TV, I could upgrade some of this stuff. But I think it would be better to upgrade the pay-per-view to raise that up, because that's where a lot of our money's coming from. Merch. Austin sold $1.6 million in merch, which was better than it was the month prior. Mick Foley went from selling $99,000 in merch to $250,000. That was before I dropped him out to Abyss. Speaking of Abyss, how did that victory help him? Yeah, it helped him a fair amount. It jumped him up 4, 6, 4, 5, 5, 7, 8. No, 6. I can't do math. 4, 4, 6, 7. So that did a lot to boost him up. Very good. How are you irritated? I just gave you a huge victory. All of my work. I'm gonna fire him because people hate the fact that he's the morale officer. I don't even know if I should put somebody down in this. Automatically exclude ill-suited candidates. Okay, we're down to I'm gonna put Joel Gertner in charge of this. I don't know what would be a good individual for that, because in my mind, I almost think it would have to be somebody that's not an active wrestler, which is why Joel Gertner seems to be the main guy for that. I'm going to just leave that blank. We're just not going to have one. Yeah, I actually think this was a pretty good month, all things considered. Oh, you know what I could see? Did giving all of these guys TV. Oh, TNA IPW went up to small. Sweet. How did their other places went? Oh yeah, they've been doing. They have better popularity. My developmental places have better popularity in some of these regions than I do. So they're doing well for themselves. How much money did you make? You made $26,000. So that's where most of our money came from there. Where are they? They're down here. TNA, IWA. They're still tiny, but now they have TV, and they're doing pretty well for themselves too. They had to be bailed out for $53,000. Wonderful. And you're still struggling. Oh, what do you mean last day? They haven't run a show in 60 days. Are you high? How are you not running shows? You have 20 workers. How many workers do you need? All right. We're going to try this again. Where are they? Status retired. All right, we 5 people here. I am not willing to come out of retirement. Where did they just move? I am not willing to come out of retirement. Am I getting dwaned by all these people? I am not willing to come out of retirement. What if I give you a grant? Jesus, come on, man. How are none of you willing to come out? You have never wrestled, so I guess maybe that's the problem with you. But everybody else has like a wrestling style. That's annoying. All right. So the knockouts haven't been able to run a show. They don't have enough people. There's not enough people waiting in the wings over there. So what we're going to do... Oh, I didn't send you guys down. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so there was a couple people here that hadn't been sent down yet. Melanie Gray. Anybody else? Oh, that's right. Daphne's here. You're going to TNA. Oh no, you'd be way better in ECW. What am I talking about? Uh yeah, because we're getting Michelle McCool a year from now when she's done giving birth. Ugh. All right. So now I just sent them 2 workers. I'm gonna go take a look real quick. Are there any workers that are okay? You are getting signed because God knows we just need people. We just need developmental talent. I need to have them be able to run a show. Please. What did that say? 500? No, you can fuck right off with that. You ain't getting that. Uh okay. Couple of individuals here. I'll give you 100. Then you're gonna ask for 500, and I'm not gonna do that. You're retired. You don't really have good stats. You, you, on the other hand, you have good stats. Let's bring you down. Um, 80. I should be able to get away with 80, right? Yeah. Sanya. She's 14. How is she retired? She's 14 years old. How is she retired? Please explain that one to me. Then Sweet Soraya. How's your popularity? It's not good. I could still sign her. At this point, we just need bodies. Just go, please have them run shows. We need all the help we can get on that front. 2 grand, 2 years. Can I get 70 grand? Oh. All right. So we're gonna have a lot of women. Uh, we're gonna have 4. Hopefully, that'll be enough for them to be able to run a show. If not, we'll come to that bridge next episode. But for now, our financials, aside from the $3+ million we spent, that shouldn't happen again. Our merchandise is looking good. Austin sold more money. Cena's gonna be back in less than 2 months. Batista's gonna be back in 4 days, so that should be good. Fergal's out for a year. Michelle McCool's out for a year. Kevin Kiley, Alex Riley's out for 4 months. Like, Jesus. But I digress. That's where we're going to end off for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you all again on the next episode. Bye-bye.